Okay, welcome to the Awareness Channel. My name is TC. So, by now, everybody's heard what happened to Charlie Kirk. And, you know, I got mixed feelings about that. Um, Charlie Kirk didn't like people like me. Charlie Kirk had no use for anybody who looked like me, let alone thought like me. So, over the years, y'all heard how he talked about black people. If you didn't, go search the videos. Charlie Kirk, Nick Fuentes, bunch of other ones. They had no use for black people. Wish that we weren't around. Wish that they could wake up one day and we weren't there. Told us we were all just DEI hires. The only competent people was heterosexual white men. All that kind of shit he used to talk. All the time. Had millions and millions of followers. You know, going on college campuses, recruiting people. So I don't want to sound callous or cold or heartless or none of that. But I feel about how he would feel if one of our leaders had met the same fate. So yeah. What we really need to talk about is white on white crime. You see, because white on white crime is totally out of control. White on white crime is totally out of control. And the powers that be focused on us. They want to run whole battalions up through our neighborhoods and harass our people. But they won't do nothing about the actual white on white crime that's running amok all over the country. Hell, there was another school shooting in Colorado, some goddamn where. White boy did it. Running up in the school, terrorizing the place. That shit hit close to home because, that's the field I work in. But goddamn it, they focused on the black community. They got this war on the black community that they want to wage, while their own people tearing them apart from inside. All us black people is doing is going to work and coming home. By and large, we are not in the protests. We are not in the streets. Y'all trying to drive us into the streets, and you killing yourself at the same time. The white on white crime. Because everybody like to talk that shit about black on black crime. When everybody with two brain cells to rub together know that the stats are pretty much the same all the way across the board on that goddamn ethnicity breakdown when it comes to crime. In other words, most white people is killed by other white people, as you can see. Most crime against white people is committed by other white people, as you can see, because that's who you mainly associate with. You kill who's around you. You commit crime against who around you. White on white crime. If it wasn't no white on white crime, they wouldn't need no police forces nowhere around none of them white cities. Because what need would they have? But they got them. Because white folks be running amok. White folks a lot of times think the law don't apply to them. And a lot of times it doesn't. Shit. But something needs to happen. Y'all focusing on the wrong thing. Focusing on the wrong people. Whenever there's some black people around, let's blame them. From all the news reports that I've been hearing about what just happened in Utah with Charlie Kirk, he was talking about gang violence. In other words, when they say gang, they mean black people. Y'all know that, right? He was talking about gang violence and shit like that. When they start talking about that shit, they dump it on black people. He was pushing the war on black people. I talked about that just the other day in another video. They're trying to drag us in. But I don't know. I don't know if there's a real war going on among conservatives. I mean, because white conservatives, they don't want nothing to do with black conservatives. And we think black conservatives, not all, but some, are kind of raccoonish in nature. Yeah. But the black conservatives and the white conservatives, they don't like each other either. But I'm registered as an independent, but I lean way to the left. So, you know how they feel about me and my kind. But it seems like all that violence and all them guns can only lead to one outcome. What we seeing now? People shooting each other. That's the only thing it can lead to. We the only developed country in the world with laws like this. And Charlie Kirk himself said that in order to protect the Second Amendment, that some people getting shot is acceptable. I heard him say that. Words to that effect. And somebody paid by somebody else, I'm thinking. I don't know what could have made somebody do that to that man, so I ain't even going to speculate. But somebody shot him from a long distance away and probably assassinated a future president of the United States. Somebody shot him from a long ways away and probably assassinated a future president of the United States. He was only 31 years old. 20 years from now, he'll run for president. He'll apologize for all the dumb shit he said, but he still means it. And people will forgive him, and he'll run for president. That motherfucker, Charlie Kirk. And the same with that other asshole. What's his name? Rhymes with prick. Oh, Nick Fuentes. Now let me straighten something out here. I don't want to see Nick Fuentes do the dirt nap I don't want to see him do that. But if it is what it is, if it does, because these people wouldn't feel no remorse if something were to happen to somebody like me, and I'm a good brother. So yeah, white America, one of their heroes, one of their future stars, possibly a presidential candidate in 20 years. Somebody put a stop to it for sure. Somebody put a stop to it. I don't know who gonna come up to fill his shoes. Maybe Nick Fuentes, but his last name ain't quite right. You know what I mean? He don't realize that, but he may have to change his last name or something. But somebody assassinated a guy who could have been a future president. Because that's how, that's what this country is looking for after Donald Trump goes away. They're going to be looking for somebody with those same kind of views, only younger and smarter. And that's what this Charlie Kirk guy was on track to do. And we, black people, was definitely in his motherfucking crosshairs. I feel sorry for his kids. They got to grow up without their daddy. But hell, I grew up without my daddy. My biological daddy anyway. I'm all right. But yeah. My condolences to his family though. But other than that, it is what it is. That's it for now, y'all. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. I will catch y'all on the next one. TC, and I'm out. Peace.